Pays deal money for a movie to be woke. Disney spent $200 million on this. They said, okay, it's a part of one of our biggest and most iconic franchises. People must watch this. Okay? And I think that a lot of people who wanted to see this movie didn't want to see this because of the woke stuff. I didn't want to see Lightyear now. There's all this woke bullshit in the movie, okay, that is unnecessary. But the box office is really telling. Okay, this year, that that this score on Rotten Tomatoes doesn't fucking matter, okay? Because Lightyear is stuck at 77%, but it's considered worse by everybody than Jurassic World Dominion. So worse that it made more money on its second weekend. People have spoken. Rotten Tomatoes, okay, the establishment, scores don't matter. And then you're going to have these people saying, we're going to enter the death of film. Because Pixar has, but Toy Story flopped. So we're entering the death of film. Okay? This is so ridiculous. Okay? It's so ridiculous. The fact that, woke garbage continues to flop. The fact that, woke trash that no one wants continues to flop. That continues to fail. It has continued to not do too well. So Jurassic World Dominion made $58 million, and the worldwide totals at $623 million in worldwide, which means, yes, this movie is in the profitability range. And yes, I mixed up the numbers there. Yeah, but yep, Jurassic World. There's some spoilers here, but yeah, Jurassic World at this current moment at a net gain profit of 221 million, 211 million. There's also still no budget for Bob's Burgers, so yeah, we're gonna get to Lightyear in a moment, but these numbers are very concerning for Disney. Okay, and the stock spike continue to drop as they deserve it, but yeah, Jurassic World Dominion. Okay, 623 million. So further proves my point that movies that people actually want to see, I'm gonna make money. They're gonna continue to make money as well. But yeah, Jurassic World Dominion is at $249 million domestically and $623 million worldwide. It is most likely gonna make $1 billion because the only movie coming out next week is Elvis, and no one's gonna watch that. So yeah, yeah, this movie made no money internationally. They said, oh, it won't have any impact on the international market. Okay, and yeah, Toy Story movies typically open soft internationally. That's how it always is. They usually open they usually always have these weird release schedules for these movies. Here it is, release info for Lightyear, and this is, of course. But even then, this movie is only releasing in this many markets. It's not releasing in Turkey, and Japan, and France until a while. But this movie has already released everywhere else. Okay, mostly in Europe, and for some reason, it's in Lightyear. Yeah, this is pretty bad for this movie if it's only making $44 million for its weekend. And it's not gonna be like Toy Story 4 had a scrambled release date, or the Boss Baby, or the Lost City. Okay, these are the first week numbers. These are abysmal. Okay, but they can officially say that Disney boycott is working. Okay, that the Disney boycott is working. Okay, because we all remember there was a Disney boycott. That people were gonna say they're gonna boycott Disney. Well, it is working. Lightyear is gonna flop. It's gonna be a box office failure of epic proportion. It's like Space Jam: A New Legacy and other movies like that. Okay, and this movie's budget is $200 million. So this is another $200 million flop for Disney. Okay, Encanto flopped. Okay, We all know that Wire flopped. Okay, Disney is stuck in a corner. Okay, Disney is stuck in a corner. Okay, Disney has one of two options: stop making woke trash that no one wants to watch, or go out kicking and screaming. With Disney's Pocket 2's option two, and they're gonna lose millions of dollars continuing to push woke agendas that no one wants. Okay, they're gonna continue to push agendas that nobody wants. They're gonna continue to push identity politics in movies that nobody wants, and put it as the main focus point, the main selling point of the movie is a woke agenda. That's the main selling point of Lightyear. Oh, there's a same-sex kiss in the movie. You must watch this movie or else you're a bigot. Okay, but it seems that the people have spoken. It seems that all the people who have not seen this movie, the bigots, are not going to see this movie, which is most people. Most people are not seeing this movie, especially in Europe. People are not watching this in Europe. Okay, they're struggling against Jurassic World Dominion and Top Gun Maverick, which are not woke at all. Okay, yeah, I think Jurassic World Dominion has like a couple woke things in the movie, but if you compare it, it's not anywhere compared to Lightyear in terms of woke. Okay, Doctor Strange was woke, didn't make $1 billion. I think we're going to start to see a change in movies and film. We're going to start to see a change. Top Gun Maverick, okay. Yeah, the worldwide total, they have not updated on this site, but on Box Office Mojo, it's at 888 million, which means this movie is going to make $1 billion. Okay, it's inedible. This movie, there's no, Elvis is the only movie coming out next week, and that's not going to make that much money, which means this movie is going to make $1 billion. Okay, it's going to be the first $1 billion hit of the year. Or, Doctor Strange will not be, because Doctor Strange is coming out on Disney Plus next week. So, yeah, Top Gun Maverick has made $446 million. Okay, this is Avatar level wigs. Okay, this is Avatar level wigs. This movie is doing Avatar level wigs at the box office. And this is from a movie that I was expecting to make, it might make $600 million worldwide at the bare minimum, but no. This movie is becoming the next Avatar. Okay, this is wigs that Avatar 2 will not achieve. Okay, Avatar 2 will not. They're not gonna get right in the bottle twice, and it will prove that James Cameron. And I won't be surprised if there's some woke messaging in Avatar 2 as well, which is gonna hamper the movie as well. Okay, Doctor Strange was one of those movies where people said it had some woke scenes in it, but it isn't as woke as Wokeyear, which bombed. Which, if Lightyear bombed, okay, and Lightyear was expected to make $100 million first. Okay, Lightyear was a movie that was expected to make $1 billion. Okay, it was expected to open like Toy Story 4 and make $1 billion. Like Toy Story 4. And magically someone make $1 billion. But this movie is doing worse than movies like Cars 2. Okay, it is doing worse than Cars 2. Okay, Cars 2 opened better than Lightyear. If you really want to know how badly Lightyear is doing. They both have the same budget, but Cars 2 is doing better than Lightyear. That's the most hilarious thing in the world. Okay, Lightyear is doing just as badly as Cars 2. Okay, and Cars 2 wasn't as big as the first movie, obviously. But it just seems that Lightyear is just another flop and another failure for Disney. Just like Encanto was, just like Wire was, just like all Fox's movies they released. It's not too surprising. And if Disney continues pulling these woke agendas, Disney's gonna crash and burn, and continue to crash and burn. Doesn't matter how recognizable your characters are. Okay, if people don't like, if a movie is bad and people don't like it and it's woke, no one's gonna watch it. Okay, same thing happened to Matrix Resurrections. That movie bombed like it was a train wreck. Okay, and The Matrix is one of the most recognizable films in the world, but yet the movie bombed at the box office. Okay, you have to make a movie that's actually good and people actually want to see it. Like Ghostbusters Afterlife and Sonic 2. Okay, you have to make a movie that people actually want to see. Not Lightyear. Which, again, they were expecting this movie to make $100 million plus worldwide, domestically on its first week. And they were expecting this movie to make like $300 to $400 million worldwide. And that was like $140 million, and now it's underperforming even that. It couldn't even crack $100 million worldwide. Right? It couldn't even crack $100 million worldwide. And it will probably make around 250 to 200. It will probably do its Encanto numbers, which Encanto was a box office bomb. Okay, and let's not forget that Minions: The Rise of Gru is coming out in 2 weeks. So Lightyear really came out and crashed and burned basically at the box office. And yeah, Minions is gonna win the box office war no problem. Minions will probably top Lightyear on its first week worldwide as well. So yeah, for people who like the Minions, you guys have won the battle against Lightyear. You guys don't have to worry about Lightyear because Lightyear bombed and crashed and burned at the box office. Again, we're going to wait to see how the word of mouth for this movie is. But the fact that it did this badly, even though it has one of the most recognizable characters in fiction on the cover, and the movie's whole focus is about this character, well, I imagine this movie making $150 million domestically, around $140 million internationally at the box office, or maybe around $170 million internationally. Which means this movie is still a box office bomb of epic proportions, losing $200 million at the box office. So this is still a $200 million flop, unless this movie has good legs. So yeah. But again, it might have a softer drop next weekend, because the only movie coming out is Elvis. But now let's go to the other movies. So Doctor Strange, again, this movie is not really making that much more money. I don't think they're going to really get that much more money out of Doctor Strange to make $1 billion. So yeah, Doctor Strange will not make $1 billion. It's releasing Disney Plus next week as well. And Elvis, which again is probably going to take up one of the top 4 slots of the best selling movies of the week, means it's coming out the week afterwards, which I don't really see much room for Doctor Strange. And also then afterwards, Thor: Love and Thunder is coming out. So there isn't really much more room to squeeze out much more money for this movie. I think this movie might end up around $960 million worldwide. It could. There's a possibility it could. But Doctor Strange isn't really doing too well. Next is the Bob's Burgers movie, a movie that really no one asked for. It's at $31 million worldwide. Again, no one asked for a Bob's Burgers movie, which, again, can speak volumes for this movie. There are people who are praising this movie because it's 2D animation and feeders, blah, blah, blah. The 2D animation worshippers, yeah. This movie further proves that 2D animation isn't that much profitable anymore, and to just stay on the TV screens or on streaming. So, yeah. Again, there's no budget for Bob's Burgers, but yet Bad Guys, again, $264 million. It has reached, this movie has basically reached the top of the league's list. This movie will not reach $100 million domestically, but it has become this enormous sweeper hit, okay, despite not being, which again, for movies that are not part of a franchise, these are the numbers you have to get. The Northman dropping 50% each week, that movie is not gonna make its money. But a movie like this that has extremely good legs, people like the movie, and people are spreading the movie around, just like The Lost City and just like Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is what a non-franchise movie needs to do at the box office. Other examples of this is Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is still in theaters, and it's now on streaming, so it's now on digital HD, and also The Lost City, which is on Paramount Plus now. So yeah. Next is Everything Everywhere All at Once, the movie we're just talking about. 69. Oh my god, this is the most. If it was 64069, it would be pretty funny. But this movie, as is A24's best-selling movie of all time. Again, they're not going to be playing this movie much in theaters anymore because, of course, they're not playing it on streaming. Now, those come out on Blu-ray in 3 weeks. So, yeah, for those people who have watched in theaters, they said it was a pretty good movie. And a lot of people who've seen it say it's one of the best movies of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets nominated for Oscars. The Golden Man. Which I don't understand why a lot of people are so obsessed with getting the Golden Man. I like how Samuel L. Jackson says, I would rather play Nick Fury than get the Golden Man or the Oscar. Which is very, very true. I think actors should just do what they enjoy, the roles and acting that they enjoy doing, and not trying to, chase this, Golden Man that they may never get. And it's coming from Samuel L. Jackson, one of the greatest actors of all time. Even he's saying that, going after the Golden Man is basically pointless. Okay, it is pointless. Nobody cares about, no one cares about the Oscars anymore. Okay, it's funny that people see that the death of the Oscars is the death of cinema. Okay, I'm sorry, but the Oscars has become a clown show. It has been for the past decade. Yeah, again, now knocks it Downton Abbey. These are abysmal numbers for this movie. Yeah, this movie has done abysmally. Again, no one asked for another Downton Abbey movie. I didn't see the first one. I don't see plan on seeing this one either. Again, further proves my point that just because it's a popular franchise doesn't mean it will make money. Okay, Hollywood thinks, oh, no, people recognize this series. Okay, people recognize this series, so we must make endless sequels to this movie, to this series that no one asked for. And Downton Abbey 2 is a flop, is a box office failure. And yep, that's it about the box office. So box office, besides Lightyear crashing and burning, hasn't really been that eventful. Jurassic World Dominion, Top Gun continue getting massive profits, and we could put the Jurassic World Dominion versus the last film in the franchise, Fallen Kingdom. It is doing very similar to Fallen Kingdom. It is expected to basically do slightly $10 million worse domestically than Fallen Kingdom at the very least. You can't really add international comparisons how it's doing internationally compared to Fallen Kingdom, but it is doing basically the same amount as the last entry series. It will probably end up making $1 billion worldwide. So yeah, it will not make the $1.6 billion like I predicted that it would. I was overestimating those sales because it was the best last series in the franchise. Again, Jurassic World is not Star Wars, so it will not be. So the last entry in this trilogy will not be the best selling. Which again, with Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, further prove that doesn't always work if the movie's complete garbage. So overall, a good day for Universal, a good day for, and another win for Paramount, and another L for Disney. Okay, so Universal, it just seems that non-Disney studios continue doing well. The only problem with these non-Disney studios is they don't really have many franchises to really bank off of. Unlike Disney, you have all of the most recognizable franchises. I just hate the fact that Disney owns so much of the most popular franchises: Star Wars, Toy Story, as well. They own all of Marvel. Okay, and I think Disney's monopoly over movies is gonna end, and Lightyear sales is really showing it. It does seem, and Disney, this isn't 2019 anymore. Agendas don't make money. Goodbye.